sitting here messing. All right. Well, can't walk with your can't walk around with your head down. What? Put the content out. Gotta do it. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Me again. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. Alright, look. Sega is developing another Virtual Fighter game. Another Virtual Fighter game. But my question to Sega is this. Where's Eternal Champions 3? Sega? Yeah, you. Anyway, says here Sega is developing another Virtual Fighter game as it continues legacy revivals. Oh, and by the way, Crazy Taxi needs to be open world. Just saying. Anyway, says here Sega's legendary Virtual Fighter series is set to make a return. The publisher confirmed some 18 years after the launch of its most recent numbers installment, Virtual Fighter 5. Since then, there have been numerous updates, release of Virtual Fighter 5's culminating with 2021's Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. It's a remaster of the early Final Showdown, alongside mobile installments and even the arcade update for Virtual Fighter 3. Yeah, that game do need a little update. Especially with the consoles we have now. But anyway, says here what series fans haven't had though is a brand new game. Says here but now Sega new global head of transmedia Justin Scarpone has offered some hope in an interview with VGC. So we have a suite of titles in development right now that falls into that legacy bucket. He explained, which we announced last year: the Game Awards, Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage, Shinobi. It says that then came the bombshell, and we have another Virtual Fighter being developed. Scarpone added, before glossing over the revelation completely, and then in certain instances we're also adding animation series or live action films to augment that be part of those roadmaps. It's not then confirmation for a new mainline Virtual Fighter installment is on the way, or exactly, but it's something to chew on at least. And then said, despite announcing a flurry of legacy games revival last year, including Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Golden Axe, and more, details remain limited. Sega has shared a little about its Crazy Taxi update, calling it an open world, massive multiplayer. Oh, they finally listened to me though. Anyway, multiplayer that's AAA in scope, but it's yet to talk launch window, other than saying it will release these projects in the coming years with a S. Then it says your favorite arcade game. Let's see what they got here. Asteroid Defender, Donkey Kong, Frogger, Galaga, Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man, Q-Bird, Space Invaders, Street Fighter 2, something else. Based on this list, something else. Anyway, so Sega. That's the end of the article. Anyway, see how many comments we got here. What do we got? 7 comments. Someone say hope it has a mode similar to 5 on 360 that taught you the mechanics and the likes. Was so well done and made me get so much more involved in the game. Was gutted the later version on the next gen stripped this out. And then Hipster said this is great news. Will be interesting to see how this compares, as it's unlikely to be able to compete roster wise after so many years. So I do wonder if we'll see some cool Sega cameos. Then he says I did take something that does something genuinely new and feels accessible and technically like. And then he says Virtual Fighter games are old over a huge amount of characters any day. And then he says Asher said this, digital deluxe character Joker from Persona 5 series. And Spooky said this: the fighting gods are shining on me. What a great time for me to have gotten back into the arcade stick modification. And Carrot Cake said this: I'm very interested in the stuff they are doing internally. Virtual Fighter, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, less so ones that seems outsourced. Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Shinobi. Shinobi needs to be open world. Golden Axe needs to be open world. Says here, hopefully we won't be able. Hopefully won't be too long because we don't have a ballpark date on any of them. But Sonic and Like a Dragon will be back early, like clockwork. Well, so based on this list, let's see what they're talking about here. Let's see what they're bringing back based on this list. So let's see. If they're bringing Crazy Taxi back, that needs to be open world. Jet Set Radio needs to be open world. Jet Set Radio, yep, open world. No sandbox, open world. Crazy Taxi, open world. Streets of Rage, well, side scrolling, nah, that has to be open world too. Shinobi, open world. Golden Axe, open world. And let's not forget Vector Man, yeah. Or Sega Rally, or Daytona USA. What's another one here? Last Bronx. What's another one I can think of? Sega did. Of course, there's Knights. Knights that needs to be open world. Oh, Echo the Dolphin. That needs to be an open world ocean game. It's overdue. Sitting here joking. What other Sega games I can think of? What else? I would say Sewer Shark, but all jokes aside, what about Eternal Champions 3 Sega? I've been asking for that, but that's just me though. Anyway, man, but look like Sega is they're behind the scenes working hard and working on their games, changing with the times. Now that they got the hardware to make their games even more better than what they are before. So I mean, proof of that is with the Sonic that they released on the Xbox One and PS4 right before Shadows. You know, so yeah. Future for Sega is looking good. They got plenty of games that they can bring back. You know, so probably Sewer Shark, Ground Zero Texas, in an open world form. They got plenty of games. Trying to think of all the Sega games I didn't play back in the day. Probably a brand new World Series baseball. Just saying. they got a huge catalog, man. So Sega is busy, man. So with the hardware we got now, hardware and software we got now, oh yeah, and the storage we got now, oh yeah, those games are going to be good. So Sega is busy. They got a trailer here in this article, so I will leave the link in the description box. But they have their hands full, and yes, they can make the roster big for Virtual Fighter 5. They can put as many fighters as they want to, you know. They can because there's so many different styles of martial arts, so they can add as many fighters as they want. You know, same thing goes for Daytona USA or Sega Rally. You know, they can add as many cars and tracks as they want to. You know, so they got all their games that Sega made. You know, back on the Genesis and Sega CD, or even Saturn. A lot of them were open world. It's just that the hardware was limited, so you only could make the game so big and get the best out of the console that you had at the time. But now, with these consoles that they have now, oh yeah, is they can expand upon the games that they have, you know, and go on from there. Yeah, the environments will be better, more detailed. Yeah, you know, they can add more mechanics to their games, all that. So Sega has a huge catalog. If you look from the Genesis to, from the Sega Genesis, Sega CD, 32X, Saturn, Dreamcast, yeah, they have plenty of games, man, to add to their that they can make open world. So I mean, they could make a brand new what's that Space Harrier if they want to. Just saying. You know, so yeah, they got plenty of game. All their games that they have from all those consoles, they can bring them back. You know, a lot of them are in open. Needs to be in open world form so they can be more what's that like exposed. You know, so yeah, they have plenty of games up their sleeve. So they're looking good right now. You know, I mean I think the last Virtual Fighter they made was Virtual Fighter what's that, 5? Evolution, or the Final Showdown. One Virtual Fighter 6. I don't think they made a 6. I think it was 5 was the last one, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean they got what they have Last Bronx too that they can bring back. You know, yeah. I mean, Last Bronx was on the Sega Saturn, so imagine you take that game now and put it on a Series X PS5. Yeah, those environments will look way better than what they are. So they have a huge catalog of games. So we'll see what they do. You know, so if you've seen what SNK been doing with their games, the same goes for Sega. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy that. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal, Star Wars, Star Trek Blank, Port Dark Side. Go. Peace.